Today's video is going to be what your passed on pets want you to know. Now, I am going to be using a lot of cat cards, but that's just because I like cats and I wanted animal energy in this reading. So these messages may not be from a cat, it may be from a dog or a rabbit, whatever. You should be able to tell when you hear the message who it might be from. Now please remember this is a general reading, so if it does not resonate with you, just move on and hopefully the next video will. This is Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4, Group 5 and Group 6. I'm going to give roughly maybe 10 seconds for you to work out which card is calling to you. If you need more time, feel free to pause the video. Okay, let's get into it. We'll start with Group 1. So we have 9 of Fire and Fire Tom. So this may have been a pet that was quite, fiery in energy. They may have been quite sassy, quite courageous, quite out there. You can see he's just walking through the flames. He knows what he wants. He's a very out there type of animal. A type of animal where it's kind of like you're blessed to be in their presence, like they're the gift and you just need to, like, this is their world and you're just lucky enough to live in it kind of energy. I'm getting that, they were quite a friendly animal with this group of cats here. They loved to be around you and your family. They were a very loving animal, but also needed time to be by themselves, needed time to, just be sassy, just be courageous. 6 of Autumn. So they want you to know that you will be successful and have allowed you to pay off debt. Okay, well, I'll read what this card says. It's the Kiwi. Your success and prosperity have allowed you to pay off debts, acquire wise loans, or receive a grant or scholarship. In return for heaven's blessings, be sure to share the wealth with others through donation of time or money to reputable charities. So they want you to know that if you're struggling with money, your cat's watch, or your dog, whatever animal it is. Sorry, I said cats, just these cats here. Your pet wants you to know that if you're struggling for money and that, don't worry about it. They're watching over you and they want to help you with that. What else do we have? 6 of Winter. The challenging times are coming to an end and you can now breathe a sigh of relief. Let the past go and embrace the happier times ahead. So it may have been a pet that may have passed recently or a long time ago that you just haven't gotten over yet. And they want you to know that whatever financial struggles you're going through at the moment, they're going to try and help you to for that to come to an end. They're with you and they're supporting you, even though you may not see them. They're always there with you and they're working really hard to make sure that whatever money debt you're in, they're going to try and do their best to make sure you're not struggling anymore. See, the Kiwi's got a wee silver coin in his mouth. What else do they want you to know? Love your body. They want you to know to love yourself like they loved you. Like I said, they were a very loving pet and they loved being around you. They loved being around family. They just always wanted to be there for you, but they also needed time to themselves. cuddle. So yeah, they were a very cuddly cat. They just loved you, or dog, or whatever pet it is. I keep saying cat, sorry. They were a very cuddly pet, and they just loved being around you. They wanted to support you, and as an animal they may have not been able to do so, but now that they've passed on, they're just helping you with energy. If you ever feel alone and getting the feeling that they're always there, they may, at night they may cuddle up with you, kind of thing, and you may not see them, but just know that their presence is around. A year from now, so the financial struggles that you're going through, it may be a year from now that it will start to die down. They're with you through that, and they're trying to help you get whatever the funds it is that you need. They're a very caring animal, and they're wanting to help you with your finances. So now we're on to group 2. We have stars and earth, 7 of earth. So this tells me with the earth that this was a very patient pet. They were a very calm pet, just sort of went with the flow. They were very grounded. They weren't a pet that was like aggressive or anything. They were just appreciative to be here. And the stars, they saw you as their light bright star, the shining figure who was always there to help them. You were kind of their world, their stars above. They saw you as just this unique, bright, positive energy, and they loved you so much. They want you to know that just look to the stars and they're looking back at you. They're just the brightest star in the sky. That's them, and they want you to know if you ever feel sad, if you ever feel lonely about them, that you can just go outside and look for the brightest star, and that's them looking over you. What else do we have? 9 of winter. Your worries and fears aren't real. They're fueled by focusing on the negative, which gives power to that what you're afraid of. Stop worrying, let go of fear, and everything will be okay. And we have 5 of autumn. Focusing upon the negative or worrying about money or your career can block your progress because your trust and faith are at a low point right now. It's not the best time to start your own business or become self-employed. So they want you to know that you're in a very negative headspace at the moment. This pet may have died recently and you may feel sad for them, but they want you to know that they're always there for you and they're watching over you. They want you to stop being so sad, stop being so worryful and negative, because whatever pain you're going through at the moment, it will fade away, it will turn into a positive. And they want you to know if you're ever feeling any sort of worries, just go outside and look for the stars. They're there for you. This pet is always going to be with you and try to help you if you're ever in a negative headspace. Rise and shine. So they want you to get up and take action. Stop, maybe you're in bed sad with the curtains closed. They want you to wake up, open the curtains and see the positives. They're there for you even though they may have passed. They'll always be by your side. With the moon here again, I'm feeling that they want you to know that daytime, rise up and take action and go out and get what you want. And at night, if you're ever feeling sad or you miss this pet, you can just look outside, look up to the sky and know that they're watching over you. So we have fight. So they want you to fight this negative energy. They want you to fight off all this worrying that you have, and just know that this pet is always here for you. You just have to look to the sky and know that you don't need to fight anymore. You don't need to struggle anymore. They want you to just stop being so negative and stop worrying, because they know that you're sad, but sometimes it's for the best when an animal passes. And yes, a confirmation that they want you to stop being negative, and whatever it is that you truly want, once you have a more positive attitude, you're going to get it. And just know, if you ever feel that you're alone, just to look to the sky and look to the stars, and your pet is watching over you. So now we'll move on to group 3. We have Earth Queen and the Lovers. So this shows me that this pet was a very, very loving pet. They were always down for a cuddle. They always just were very loving. They were a lover, not a fighter. They were just the sweetest pet you've ever had. They were so loving, and they loved you so much. They were always down for a feed. As you can see, this cat's like, she looks like she's a well-fed cat. And yeah, they loved the finer things in life though. She's a very sassy looking cat and knows what she wants, kind of thing. But not aggressive in any way. They were a very, very loving pet. We have 5 of Springs. Occasionally you may experience clashes with others. If you decide the matter is worth your energy, then do what you can to minimize the conflict without sacrificing your goals or beliefs. And 7 of Winter. Caution will help you avoid the loss of valuables, including non-material resources such as a time or peace of mind. Be aware of the results of your actions as well as what others might be doing behind your back. So I feel like this pet wants you to know that there's someone out there who's not what they seem, and they're sucking your energy. They're making you feel that you're not worth it, and you're just, they're making you feel bad. And the pet wants you to know that it's alright, we don't need to get along with everybody. And this person is not worth your energy. This pet may have been around when you were with this person, or this person was in your life, and now that the pet has passed, they can kind of communicate more that they didn't like this person. Even back then they were picking up negative energies, and they want you to know that this person isn't worth it. And the pet just wants you to know you can do better in your life. You don't need to be around such a negative type of person. So we have Spread the Light. So they want you to know that you're kind of like light. You're very loving like they were. And they want you to stop being around this negative person so that you can go off and spread the light, spread the love. And we have Nourish. So they were a very giving cat, and you were dog, sorry, I keep saying cat there. So they were a very nourishing pet. They, you gave them the finest life. They want you to know that if you felt like you were struggling and you weren't giving this pet the life they wanted, they didn't care too much about materialistic things. They just loved being around you. Within the next few months is our last one. So they kind of want this negative energy here to leave within the next few months. Like, sometimes you realize you can't cut people off, in a second and they're gone. It takes time. And they could kind of see you spreading the light, spreading the love again, and being yourself again within the next few months once this negative person is out of your life. Okay, so for group 4, we have 8 of Earth and 9 of Earth. So I kind of get the feeling that this pet was an older pet. They may have passed due to old age, and they may have been around you when you were a young'un. This was a pet that you kind of grew up with. But this was also a pet that liked to take time for it themselves when they got older. When they were younger, when they were a kitten and you were younger, they used to love and play and all of that. But once they got older in life, they liked solitude. They liked to be by themselves and kind of just do their own thing. They were a very sort of independent pet once they got older, and they definitely loved their alone time. So we have 8 of Autumn. It's the perfect time to learn all you can by returning to school, taking a semester, or conducting research. Do your best work, and the law of attraction will bring you prosperity and career advancement. Time to hop into action. Use your natural creativity to bring forth prosperity and success in your life. So this may have been a pet that once it got older, you might have pushed back, maybe wanting to study, maybe wanting to do something for yourself because you wanted to look after your pet, look after your family. But now that this pet has passed, they want you to know that to go out there and live your best life, go study, go do something for yourself, go do something creative, something that will help you learn about the world, something that will give you knowledge in something. They really want you to take time for yourself like they were as once they got older. They want you to have a bit of solitude and do something for yourself, do something creative, something that will help you with prosperity. The law of attraction, that might be a great way to get whatever it is that you really want in your life. Clean up your mess is our next card. So although they want you to go out there and get whatever, go study, there's also still the mess of, I kind of feel like looking after them a lot, looking after your family. And they want you to know that, tie up those loose ends and then go off and do whatever it is that you want to do in life. Self-care, here we go. So they want you to know that although maybe you have cleaned up the mess and it's, looking after your family, looking after this older pet, and now it's time for you to go off and do whatever it is that you want in life. Go do something for yourself, do self-care. Helpful people. So you were a very helpful person. They loved you so much. They just saw you as the kind of like earthy sort of angel. You helped them so much while they were on earth. You were a very helpful person. They knew that you were always there for them. And now they want you to know to take time for yourself and to go study something that you really want to do. So now we'll move on to group 5. We have Sea Kitten and 8 of Sea. So this may have been a pet that you got as a young, like when they were a wee baby, a wee kitten, a wee puppy sort of thing. And I'm kind of feeling like with this 8 of Sea, this was a pet that ran away or maybe passed early, or maybe you found this pet as a stray. They were a pet that, loved to travel sort of thing. So I'm getting a travel 5 that they may have ran away, or maybe you travelled and moved somewhere and you couldn't bring this pet along. Let's see what else we have. Oh, the Sun. So your plans will work out well, bringing you happiness, prosperity and success. You have garnered the recognition for your accomplishments you so richly deserve. And the High Priestess. This is a time to pause and reflect, not take action. Trust in your spiritual gifts, if nothing is hidden from your divine intuition. So this pet wants you to know that if this was a pet that you moved away from and you couldn't bring, that they don't mind. They knew it was the best for you, and this pet's not upset or anything. They want you to know that whatever it is you want to do in life, that they want you to take some time for yourself and learn what it is. They want you to reflect, not to take action straight away, but to use your intuition to work out what it is you would love to do in your life, and then your plans will work out, bringing you happiness and success, and they'll always be watching over you. There's a lot of sea in these 2 cards, so you may have lived by the sea, you may have done something with them in water. They just want you to know if you ever feel sad or miss them, that just go to the sea, just maybe go to a lake, go to somewhere and just know that they're watching you. That reflection, you can the reflection water gives to you, that's how they're watching you, in reflections of water. Take bite-sized steps. So like this one, it said it's time to pause and reflect, but whatever it is you want to do, this pet wants you to know to just take it a little step at a time. Anger. So anger, this pet may have been upset at first that you may have left them, or that's why they ran away. They were feeling a lot of anger, or maybe in your household there was a lot of anger and a lot of tension, and this pet didn't like that. So maybe that's why the pet left, or that's why you moved and they felt that negative anger and that negative energy. And our last card is don't stop. So they want you to know that whatever it is you want to do in your life, don't stop trying to go for it, but make sure you're doing bite-sized steps. You don't want to rush into things and have your plans totally fail and totally just spoil kind of thing. They want you to know whatever it is you want to do in life, that you can do it one little step at a time, and they're with you and they're watching over you, and they're really hoping that whatever it is you want, that you get it and you achieve it, and they'll always be here for you. Just look for water and look for reflections, and that's how they're watching you, is in the reflections of water. Okay, last is group 6. So we have the priest and 6 of fire. So I'm kind of getting that this pet was a very in charge pet. This was the leader of the pack kind of thing. You can see all these sort of followers giving him all the gifts. He's just the leader of the group. He was the priest. He was the one that all the other pets looked up to. This was a very independent pet, and a pet that knew exactly what they wanted. They were a very in charge pet, and they were, just had a very strong energy. So we've got King of Water. This pet wants you to know, at this time it's very important that you communicate clearly, be objective and unemotional, and act as professionally as possible. If you need advice, seek out the most experienced expert you can find. And Queen of Summer. This is a time of deep emotions and heightened intuition that you can trust completely. Be mindful you don't ignore your own needs while caring for others. So they kind of want you to know that you might be quite an emotional person, that there's an important decision in the future where you can't use your emotions to judge what it is. You need to use your intuition to work out what is the right decision, and don't make it an emotional based decision. They want you to know that it's time for you to be more like them kind of thing, be more of a leader and be more in charge. They don't want you to use your emotions all the time. They want you to use your intuition and work out what is the best decision for you. And don't worry about others at the moment. Whatever this decision may be, you need to make an unemotional decision. It needs to be very, maybe logical, but also using your intuition. Take a breather. So take some time to work out what is the right choice to make. This pet wants you to know that you're always caring for others, and that it's alright sometimes to take some time for yourself and to work out, use your intuition and spend that time making a wise, informed decision. Adventure. So you may be a bit of a homebody, always caring for others, always taking care of everyone else, and they want you to know to be more like them. They were very independent and they were very much a leader. They went out and did whatever they wanted to do, and this pet wants you to know that it's time to take time for yourself and go out there and do whatever you enjoy. And lastly, take action. So they want you to really just be a leader. This pet wants you to know that it's time, don't worry about them kind of thing, because they were a very bossy pet. They were a very in charge pet, and they kind of saw you as a wee bit of a pushover. So now they want you to know, now that this pet is past, they want you to take action. They want you to be like them and be a leader and do something for yourself for once, instead of always caring about what others think.